everyone, and welcome back to Seduce Me the Otome. To Demon War. The way he sounded so confident made my heart flutter in my chest. He truly cared for me, and that was something I adored about him. He loved me, and I loved him in return just as much. I nodded and nuzzled his shoulders, warming into his embrace further. Matthew smiled and kissed the top of my head. As I closed my eyes, he gently laid us back down onto the mattress and helped me shift to lay against him, making his chest my pillow. Thankfully, the nightmares didn't return that night. I was left with a warm embrace and a peaceful slumber until the morning rose. Even in the days that followed, the nightmares didn't come back. Thank God for that. Neither did the mysterious voice. My week became peaceful. Final details for the wedding became our only focus. I was so nervous for it, and soon the day of the wedding had snuck up on me, and I was in my room staring at myself in my wedding dress. I could hardly believe I was getting married. My family and the guests were all at the church waiting for me to march in, but I was so nervous. I hadn't left the mansion yet. It was only a 3-minute drive away, so it wasn't like I was in a terrible rush. Looking at the digital clock in my room, I marked the time. 30 more minutes. I let out a sigh. I had asked my friends to allow me to get ready on my own, so I was alone in my mansion. Yet even when I was alone, the anxiousness of the wedding made me nervous. Why, was I just that excited? Running a hand over my dress, my fingers traced over the seams and the designs. It was indeed my dream wedding dress, down to the last detail. My parents fronted the bill as congratulations, which still made me laugh. How they had ever come to accept Matthew was a mystery to me, especially when he was incredibly vague about who he was. I blamed his incubus magic. Before I wandered further into my nostalgic memories, I heard my phone ringing. I should need to quickly answer. Hello?
Hey, Lucky Bride. We have a little bit of a problem.
What's the problem, sweetie? Problem? What problem? My mind quickly froze. A problem? What could possibly be wrong?
Now you're scaring her, Naomi.
Hi, Carrie. I don't know who Carrie is. Who's that?
I don't mean to.
What, the rings? What about the rings?
Well, apparently Matthew forgot to bring them. He knows where they are, but you'll have to bring them with you when you come.
Oh, Matthew. I let her say it wasn't a big problem. Thank goodness it was something that was an easy solution. Okay, fine. Where did he put them?
Well, he said he put the rings in his dresser drawer. He said it was so Simon couldn't get them.
Simon! Yes! My little fuzzy pain is back! Yay! Where is he? Really? I rolled my eyes. Simon wasn't that bad as a spies. He was a doll. Sure, he was a doll that could move and stuff, but he wasn't evil, just a bit mischievous. Alright, I'll bring them over. Meet me at the front of the church and I'll hand them over before the wedding starts.
Got it. See you soon.
I hung up and smiled. At least the issue wasn't something outrageous. That would have been mortifying. Quickly, I rushed over to the dresser and opened the drawer, expecting to see the ring box in plain sight. What the? When I looked inside, I found nothing except clothes. I opened each drawer of the dresser, checking each nook and cranny, while moving clothes around to find the box. Nothing. Simon! I looked up and glanced around the room, unsure why Simon was laughing. Was he really wanting to play a game right now? Damn it, Simon! I hicked up my dress and began to search the hall of the mansion, determined to find Simon. He'd had to have the rings, and I was in no mood to play around. Simon, give me those rings! He couldn't have gone far. I decided to check this floor before going downstairs. Where are you? Oh my god, we have to go find him, really? Simon! Where are you? Oh my god, really on the day of the wedding, Simon's going to be a butt? Wow, it couldn't get any more worse. It's Simon. That's how it could get worse. Simon, the naughty squirrel thingy, wants to play. Okay, so upstairs. Let's try... Okay. Would he be in the bathroom? No. Library, possibly. Office, most likely. Lobby? Doubt it. Let's go to bathroom. I stepped into the bathroom, looking around and hoping to find the fur ball somewhere with the ring box. Alas, he didn't seem to be anywhere in sight. What the hell? I grumbled to myself before turning to leave. My eyes locked onto the bathroom mirror, seeing something that made my heart freeze up. Over my neck was a large tattoo-like mark resembling a blue chain. It was almost glowing over my skin, and the nightmare suddenly rose in my thoughts, reminding me of the fear I'd felt. Staring at it, my body began to tremble as the mark seemed to snake around my neck like a moving shadow. For a moment, I thought the mark would tighten against my neck. From simply watching it, it circled over my skin. I brought my hand to my throat, trying to cover it. I didn't want to see it. It had to be an illusion, right? I was imagining it. I hesitantly removed my hands from my neck and sighed in relief to no longer see the chain mark. I was freaking out over nothing. I rubbed my eyes, gently relieved. Jeez, I'm waking up over. However, as I looked back at the mirror, around my neck was a blue collar. I reached my neck and gasped as I physically felt the collar around my neck. What the hell? Don't freak out. I closed my eyes. This was a mistake. This had to be a dream. I was dreaming and I needed to wake up immediately so that I could find the rings and get married. Please let this be a dream. As I opened my eyes, I opened my eyes onto the collar that was still around my neck. My mind began to launch in a frenzy. Why was it there? At that moment, a word came up in my mind. I wasn't sure how it got there or what I thought of the word, but it appeared in my thoughts as if it was exactly what I was thinking about. My fingers began to tingle slightly as it resonated in my mind. As I opened my mouth and let it fly from my tongue, I felt my body slightly warm in reply. Selville! The collar somehow responded to what I had said, began to quiver around my neck before fading into black mist and disappearing into the air. I instinctively sighed in relief. It was off, thank God. I rubbed my neck, grateful feeling owning my skin, and silently appreciating the sensation of my fingers running over my bare neck.
I knew it! I knew it! That girl has demon magic!
I was trying not to get a sequence where she had to use her magic, but no! I still got it! And I didn't find Simon! God damn it. Why? Why? I wanted to find Simon! Oh, here we go again. Yay! Marvelous. What the?
Then quit talking and let's take her!
Do you guys have something better to do? I don't know, like go watch porn or something on TV? Go get yourselves a bunch of imp girlfriends. What are you doing hanging about here anyway? Go away. We're trying to have a wedding in this game. Could you please not interrupt every single time? But that's the point of this, isn't it? But still, Simon, where are you?
The Demon Lord will be so pleased.
When I find out whoever said this, when I find the person that this voice came from, I will punch you. Who? Before I could turn to search for the voices, I felt hands grab a hold of my feet, and I looked down and lifted my dress. Two pairs of evil-looking hands had taken hold of my ankles, and reaching through a dark and purple pentagram, I shrieked, trying to pull my legs away, but couldn't stop them, as they swiftly pulled me into the ground. I hate this part! I was pulled deeper into the darkness. I was no longer in my room. I was being dragged through a dark void, one that I couldn't escape, and Simon still had the goddamn wedding rings. I reached out and clawed at the darkness, trying to find something to grab onto. I tried to pull my legs away from the hands that were holding them, but couldn't pull free. What was going on? Why was this happening? Someone help me! As if someone had heard my screams, I suddenly felt the hands let go and disappear, leaving me to float in the darkness they left me in. I shut my eyes. Please let this be a dream. Please let this be a dream. I finally felt a surface in my feet, and I collapsed onto it. My body killed in on itself from the experience I had. I didn't dare turn my eyes away from my lap, and not ready to get up just yet. The voice I heard somehow made my heart stop.
You! What are you doing here?
Hi! Hello again, Diana. Again, we gotta stop meeting like this. We gotta find a better way for us to meet one of these days. Also, I do hope you do come to the wedding at the end. Hopefully there will be a wedding at the end of this, because otherwise it's going to be really awkward. There's not going to be a wedding. I looked out, finally having the courage to take in my surroundings. Marvellous. My heart stopped beating for a moment, seizing on my chest, though. Hello, everybody, it's nice to see you. All look marvelous. You look great. Hi. Hello. Awkward. It's so goddamn awkward. This never gets less awkward. I looked up to see 5 figures, strangers, monster beings that I didn't recognize. They all looked down at me in surprise, as if I dropped in a very bad time, which is understandable. I was trying to find a squirrel with some rings so I could have gone to get married, but hey, I went in the bathroom because I thought that was the only place nothing bad could happen. I hate me. One man looked like an orc from a fantasy game, without the tusks. He had a broken horn and a very frightening aura around him as he stared at me. The other man was lanky in comparison, more human-like, but I could almost feel power emanating from him regardless. One of the women was staring at me. She had rabbit ears. Rabbit ears? They twitched on top of her head as she looked at me and gripped her staff. She seemed harmless. She had animal ears. The only creature I couldn't discern the sex of seemed more excited to see me than surprised, and it's definitely a girl. What freaked me out about them was they had wings sticking out from their back and they were floating. I don't see how the fairy one would freak her out. I just seem like, oh, it's a fairy. That's okay. Human stories say fairies are nice, though Tinkerbell wasn't a very good example of said good, happy, nice fairy until, you watch the Tinkerbell movies, but still, she's jealous. Anyway, carrying on. Enough Disney references from me.